I joined some cycling groups, and from there, from 4D, and then mini velos, and then finally the poison is too much. then became a full-fledged road bike. It's no matter what brakes you're on, but the contact patch is so small. Yeah, that's another thing. If you were to slam or you jam, you're still gonna slide no matter what.
Yeah.
On a wet ground, especially wet ground. I mean, if you're on this or on, unless you're really good like Tom Peacock, then you control.
Yeah.
It looks very nice. So far, any complaint? No, actually, I don't have any complaint. Like I say, because I've not been riding a lot of road bikes, so I cannot really complain. I'm actually very contented of what I have now. Yeah, just that it may not be a 10, a 12 or F, but I'm very contented of what I had with the amount of money that I spent on this bike. It's actually a very fair deal. It's quite cheap.
There are a few people who return onto my show, and when they first come onto my show, right, they were like, yeah, I'm very contented with my bike, I'm not going to change this and that. And then the next time they come, right, it's a totally different bike, and I ask them, bro, what happened to what you said last time on the show, right? So be careful what you say, all these are being recorded. The next 1 year time if I see you, right?
But like I say, in 2024, right, if I continue to ride regularly in this year, 24, I will buy a new bike.
Today's video is supported by the following patrons. So we've got the first tier, the team managers, we've got Yuva and Nathaniel, and under the GC tier we've got Andrew and Jeremy, and there's a bunch of you under the Weekend Warriors. So thank you so much, and all of your support keeps this channel alive, and I'm beyond grateful. But if you're thinking about joining and this is your chance to help me create more awesome content, every bit counts. So make sure to check me out on Patreon if you would like to support the channel. Do follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more videos and behind the scenes. And if you prefer audio only replays, you can catch all of this content on Spotify. Perfect for when you're on the move. Is camera rolling? Rolling? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to sync the audio. So, welcome everybody back to another episode. Oh, sorry, I cannot hear myself. A bit soft. Today we are here with Davey. Davey, you booked an appointment with me through my website. Thank you very much. So I don't have to do the work. Got someone to come and come and do. Anyway, you've been following my videos for some time, I heard. Through the Upper Boon King ones.
Yeah, since I think 2 years back, probably. Yeah, there about
2 years.
2 years.
Wow. 2 years. How do you stumble upon my videos, man?
That's the time when I got back into cycling during the COVID period.
Yeah.
Trying to look for more information online. Then the algorithm of YouTube. Then they just pop. They say, oh, this guy very interesting, huh? Locally, I mean, we have something like that. I mean, for now, previously we don't. So it's usually the Ang Mo channels and all that you see. And this is the one. They're quite interesting now. Like all the new bikes. Then when people come on the show, they talked about it. You gain knowledge from there. Yeah. So
thanks, man.
Since then, I've been watching with my wife.
Yeah, so now you're on the set. You're going to be seeing yourself on YouTube.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
And then advice for everyone. Watch the video with your wife so you can poison from there. So they understand.
Yeah, and congratulations on your marriage, by the way. So
Davey
just got married, and his wife is behind the camera.
She's very supportive.
She's like this?
Yeah, but PCN.
Yeah. Okay, just like my wife. So you have a folding bike as well, I'm assuming?
We sold the folding bike. I still have a mini velo. Yeah.
Okay, tell us more about yourself. How did cycling get into you? I know you are also into fishing.
Yeah, I own a fishing business. So I sell basically hobbies. It's just like bicycle. So when I was much younger, I do cycle quite a fair bit, and then business came in, and then fishing took over, work took over, and stopped cycling. And then during COVID period, not much fishing can be done. Everybody has a group of friends who behave like that. Hey, come on, we go cycling, healthy. In the end, I got a bike just to ride with them. So 6 months down the road, they fall off like flies. They stop cycling.
Yeah.
I'm the only one left.
Right.
So from there, then I joined some cycling groups, and from there, from 4D, and then mini velos, and then finally the poison is too much. then became a full-fledged road bike.
But you were telling me you also did a bit of BMX back in the days.
Yeah, when I was much younger, then we have the tracks like at Loyang, next to the Loyang Temple, and then mountain bike, and the first official track at Tampines. I think it's gone. I think it's gone. Flattened. I think now become HD flats. And then, yeah. That was then. That was quite fun. They went young that time, young and dangerous, you know.
Yeah.
You don't really care about injuries. You just fly. You just cycle.
No helmet.
No, don't have.
No helmet.
I mean, when you go for race, yes, you still need to get a proper. Basically, bicycle helmet previously last time is like made of plastic.
Yeah.
And then if not, you go and buy those normal motorcycle helmet, but it's damn heavy. And then once you get wet, right, the thing, damn stinky.
Break your neck, man. So heavy.
Yeah, it's damn heavy. It's motorbike.
Yeah.
So, but the time young, like 15, 16 years old, then you don't have much money, so you just go and, if I'm not wrong, I think a boy motor shop, you just go and buy one cheap helmet and just put a beat on and then you can go already.
Back in my schooling days, so I did a bit of BMX. So there's a track outside of my house, so from KL, right? And after school, we'll just go. Me and my friends go and ride on the track. And I had this BMX, it was called Mongoose.
Oh, Mongoose is nice.
Yes,
Mongoose is
probably
nice.
a lot of people don't know what brand that is, but it was
nice.
Mongoose BMX. It's a cheap bike, but it worked.
It worked. I mean, if I remember my first BMX, I think it was Quahara. I think Quahara or Quahara, something like that. Then followed by the. I'm not sure whether the older generation probably would know the bike ET. And then followed by GTs.
GTs, yes. GTs at that time were like the S-Works of BMX, like really expensive. Who have a GT must be quite a pro, man.
Yeah, whoever owns a GT on the track, you say, wow, this guy must be damn fast.
Yeah, man. So, and then I was speaking to you earlier, you were in the fishing business. So,
yeah, I am. I'm still in.
I asked you, is fishing or cycling, which is the first love?
I would say, after I've spoken to you, I have some time to think about it because this many years ago. I think cycling actually was the first love because at the point of time I have not picked up fishing yet, and then you can get a bicycle, you can ride anywhere. Yeah, so I think that was my first love, and then I got into it. And then fishing, I was introduced when I was studying. I was studying overseas, not Australia, not America, I was studying in Sri Lanka.
Oh, okay.
I'm the first Chinese Tamil tiger, okay? No. My family has a business there, so I got over there. So I picked up fishing from there because there's nothing else you can do. I only have got 5 friends from school.
Yeah.
And they're all different nationality, one Canadian, one from Denmark, one from States. So basically, that's what I do.
Right.
I picked up fishing from there, and then it continued with me when I came back. Then it becomes a passion, becomes a hobby, and finally became a business. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Back to cycling.
Yeah.
Too bad it's not a fishing channel.
No problem.
my father-in-law, I don't know if he watches my videos, but he's an avid fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is fisher the right word to use? I don't want to say fisherman. Are you fisherman? Not fisherman, right?
Fisherman.
Fisherman. Okay.
Angler fisherman.
Angler fisherman. Okay. So back to cycling. So it started during COVID. Was it Brompton?
No, it was a Dahon.
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 Okay.
I always loved that brand.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did it evolve into road biking from riding folding bikes?
First, you are doing like 20, the group of friends, 20 km. Then it became 25, 30 on a mini velo. And then finally one day they said, hey bro, can we just go faster?
Yeah.
Then it became a road bike. Then, inside the group, 10 of us, there's always that 2 fella that always has got like the weirdest idea. Then they will poison you. Come, let's go and get a road bike, And then one by one, they start getting road bike. I mean, previously, some of them, they do own a few bikes. They have a road bike already. But then some of us like me, I don't. So they start poisoning you. Guys, bro, come just go. We go TMCL. You just drop me on your mini velo. Can one. Then once they drop you, they see, I told you mini velo, too slow.
So you actually brought your mini velo out and...
Yeah. I brought my mini... The last year's La Tap in Desaru, I brought my mini velo up.
How long was the distance?
140.
Oh my god. How's it like riding 100 km on a mini velo? Is it comfortable?
Yeah. Actually, it's okay. So I think I'm the only mini velo there. The rest are all roadies.
Right. So can you keep up with their speeds or are you just doing your own thing?
I'm just doing my own thing because I don't want to strain myself because La Tap has got a lot of rolling hills. And climbing is still okay, but the distance and then that period when I was there, the weather wasn't kind. I think it was raining and the sun came out It was raining again. The thing came. I mean, I'm okay with rain. I'm okay with the sun, but I just cannot take it when, just after the rain stopped, when the heat comes out, the vapor from the ground, it's like very humid. Wow, that one is energy sapping.
Yeah.
Shag. That one shag. But it was fun. It
Right.
was really fun. It is an experience. Then after the letap, I tell myself, if I got a road bike, I think this will be much easier.
For sure, man. I mean, but you said mini velos was like much more agile.
Yeah, mini velo is very agile, very zippy. I still ride my mini velo. It's a Stein. It's from Japan. It's very, very zippy. It's very, very nice to ride. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But then I neglect the bike. Now it become market bike.
Market bike already. So then, how did you get your first road bike? Is this the first one?
No, this is my second frame. The first bike I got off my friend, Adrian.
What's the story, man?
He's the one that poisoned me.
Okay.
Bro, never mind, just take first. You try. It always starts with that.
Yeah.
You take first, you try. Then once you take and then you try, then that's it.
What bike was it?
It's a Wheeler. It's a Wheeler 07. I think that's one of the lightest carbon frame bike. The frame itself weighs about 700 grams. So the whole bike when built up, it was less than 6.5 or 6.3. Yeah. I mean, but it's still rim brake.
Yeah. So when you tried, you felt the speed immediately? Instant?
The instant compared to a mini velo, and that when I first got the bike from me, I went to set it up. Where were we? Oh, we went to the Tampines Airport Road. I mean, it's quite deserted. It's like TMCR. Wow. Then I tried. Oof, I fell in love.
Yeah.
Wow. Really. The bike. It's really light. It's very, very responsive. Very, very responsive. But then the thing is that once you hit like 36, 38, but then it doesn't maintain the speed because it's too light. It's too light already.
And is your friend who gave you that bike to lend you riding it, is he still using that bike?
No. The bike is with me.
Oh, so that bike is with you?
He's riding an F.
Oh, wow. Everyone just moved on, man. So that bike, when you tried it on, and then you bought over that bike?
Yeah, I bought over that bike.
He didn't want it?
No, because he got many bikes.
Oh.
Rich guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just like, okay, you know what, buy this off me.
Yeah,
So that was your first bike?
Yeah, that was my first bike. And then something happened to that wheeler. It crashed. I cracked this is the chainstay. Yeah. Then I sent for repair. Then I don't have a bike. So I was thinking, maybe I should just go and get a frame. Then I went on Carousel. Fine. They said, hey, a Dogma F8 rim brake. And I think that guy was selling me, he sold me at 2,500 for the frame.
When was this? COVID time?
Yeah, COVID time. That was like early last year. So I actually had the F8 for about close to a year. Yeah. So I got the bike off him at 2,500. Yeah, for the frame. Yeah. Right. So the parts I bought over from the wheeler over to this F8.
So everything here was from the wheeler?
Correct. Everything was from the wheeler.
So means the wheeler was pretty new because the group set looks very in mint condition.
Oh, okay. Every part on this bike has got a story. I'm actually quite lucky. I'm actually very lucky. When I first got my mini velo, right, it's only frame. I got it very cheap from a guy in Singapore. He hand carried it back to Singapore. Because if I were to order, because I wanted to order the Stein from Japan, if I were to bring and buy and GST, freight, everything, the bike will cost me about 2,500 just frame. So he bought it back. Then he bought it for his wife or girlfriend. Then they don't want it, so he let go at 19,000.
Oh,
okay, 19,000. That's great. Because I love that bike. I mean, if you all want to go and search that bike, it's Stein, STIJN. Yeah, it's a mini velo. But I don't have parts. Right. Previously, I was riding another mini velo, which is a wheel sport. There's one. Then I love the Stein. So I was looking for group set. So I was inside this group chat. So I was asking, hey, anybody got any group set they want to let go? Then there's one guy, Kent. He said, yeah, I have a group set because I'm going to upgrade to SRAM. I got an Altegra. So we were chatting, then PM one another. They said, you come down and have a look. It's very new because I've switched over to SRAM. This is actually from his Giant. So then it's quite new. Then I asked him how much he wanted to let go. Then I also don't know that time at that point of time, parts, the prices are ridiculous. It's scary. It fluctuates like close to like 500-600 for a group set. Nobody knows what's the actual price. My budget was like, that time I wanted to buy a 105, just a simple 105, 10 speed. I think that time 105 was retailing at 1,003 or 1,004, I think there about. So I told Ken, I say, I don't mind your Altegra. I mean, this is you. I don't mind doing a 1.4 or 1.5. It's okay. I mean, to me, it's fine. Because I already set a budget for everything. So I went and then I meet up with Ken. So he bring his stuff down. Then it's like, okay lah, you take a look, everything is there, calipers, everything, the crankset, everything. Everything is in very, very new condition. So but I think basically he wrote like 2-3 times, and then after he removed it, he put it on his tram. Then he didn't know, I didn't know, actually this crankset comes with a power meter.
Oh, I actually saw it on the other side, the non-drive side. It's on both sides.
Both sides.
He didn't know there was a power meter.
He didn't know how much is this crankset value at.
Because of the power meter.
Yeah, he didn't know how much, because it's from his old Giant.
Right.
It come as a whole
Yeah.
bike. He didn't know. I also didn't know about the power meter of this until I went home. I said, what is Altegra Power Pro Giant? What the hell is that? So I went and checked. Then I asked all my cycling friend, hey guys, what is this? Hey bro, this is a power meter. Then I said, how much like that? They say, this bloody thing will probably set you back about 2008, 2009. They're like, huh? I only bought it at 1,004.
Oh,
They're like,
it's a steal,
it's a
man.
steal. I texted Ken, thanks a lot, man. Thank you
Wait,
so
but
much.
this guy can know about it or not?
Yeah, he knows about it, but he doesn't know about how much you want to sell.
Oh.
He told me that, asked me to offer him a price. Then I told him that because I'm willing to pay for a 105 brand new group set, or maybe 1.4 or 1.5. If I'm not wrong, I think I paid 1.7 for everything for the group set. So it's still a steal for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a F8 rim 2017.
Yeah, 2016, 2017.
You got the frame for how much? 2000?
2005.
5. Group set 1007.
7. Yeah.
What is the value of this bike, man?
6,000, about
6,000.
Yeah, about 6,000 plus a wheel set. The wheel set also about 1,007, 1,008.
Okay.
But this is a new wheel set that I have on. I'm trying out this wheel set. I previously was on the Loon Black Edition, the limited one. I was riding on, that was on the 35. It's a bit shallow. I quite like the 35. I mean, because it's shallower and it's a bit aero. And my engine not very good, so I cannot maintain the speed. But then my friend was telling me to try his, this is Avian. This is the rim brake. Then it comes with ceramic speed bearings. You know what I mean? That's what he told me. This wheel set, it's super light. I think to both wheel sets, I think it comes in at 1,200 something gram. Yeah.
But if I look at the rim, right, it has a very bulging kind of profile to
the
it.
profile here.
Yeah,
correct.
it's like a bulging.
Yeah.
But how did you know about this wheel set and why this one?
No, I always send my bike to this mechanic that I mean he's riding with us. Is it okay to say his name?
Yeah, I mean if it's okay for you to say his name.
Yeah, he's okay. So
Okay.
I service my bike with Adriel from Spoke Project. Yeah, because he stays Tampines. Last time he stayed Orchard. Then now he stays Tampines. I'm from Bedok, so it's easier if I got anything to help me. You got friends close by. Wow, best.
Yeah.
I got problem. Just
Okay.
send to him.
Yeah.
Then it's quite fast, and then he's also, I think he's selling the wheel set also. So he let me try. So because I need to build up my wheelie also because it's being repaired. Then everything is done, sorted out. So I was thinking of shifting the hypers, which is shallower, to the wheelie, and then for the F8, I'll probably go with slightly deeper. I think this is a 45. Yeah, this is a 45. So far, I rode the wheel set twice. 38, 40, maintaining the speed is quite easy. It's quite easy because it's deeper compared to the previous wheel set. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
So Avian, China brand.
Yeah, it is a China brand.
What do you think about the stigma that people have around China products, China wheels? I mean, you've tried these wheel sets. What are your review on this?
Okay, my review is I cannot give a proper review until I have saved enough money to buy a Zip or Princeton.
Okay, because you've nothing to compare it against.
Yeah, I got nothing to compare. But if I compare this and my previous China wheelset, which are the hypers. Yeah, I would say that because it's deeper, so the holding of the speed it's a lot better. Yeah, but performance-wise, I have not gone into like Z, Princeton's and all that, so I can't give a very good review. Yeah, but then I hope I can continue to ride this year.
Yeah.
So next year I got excuse to buy a brand new bike.
Your wife allow or not?
She's allowed.
she's
No,
not
she's
doing
the one that choose the color.
Oh, she choose the color.
Whenever we watch any program, I mean your program or any bike, wow, this bike color nice.
Yeah, that's what my wife say also. Same thing. The first thing they notice is the color rather than the
Yeah,
actual
correct.
parts.
My wife is she rode mountain bike previously.
Oh, really?
What are you riding? Iron Horse? Oh no, Nomad.
Nomad Santa Cruz, is it?
Yeah. Tomac.
Okay. I never
They're
heard
full
of it.
XTR one.
Oh, what? XTR.
Xiao. For story. many moons ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think she knows that I love what I'm doing. I don't do things like 6:30. I don't give up. I mean, like my fishing, I do it wholeheartedly. Cycling, I also do wholeheartedly. I cycle like 3 times, 4 times a week. Yeah. So I mean, the money is well spent.
Yeah.
Put my effort into it.
Okay. And talk about the frame. So F8 rim. Why have you tried disc?
Yeah, my mini velo is on. I mean, if you compare, if you're on talking about full roadie on this, I have not, but my MV is on rim. If I were to compare rim besides the different bicycle, of course, the stopping power, it's better. But rim, one thing is lighter, and I find that rim has got a bit more modulation. I can control slightly better, but because on this it's very instant. Yeah, which I
have to disagree.
Is it?
Okay, so I've ridden both rim and disc. I find the modulation on the disc, because hydraulics, I find it much better.
Oh, is it?
on the rim, right, when I press right, it instantly clicks onto the rim.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So recently, I was last weekend I was back in KL. I did a bit of riding on my friend's really helium.
Yeah, I saw
but-
the video just now.
Yeah, I have to agree that the rim brakes, I would say if you're going for a light bike, obviously build it up with rim. Maintenance wise is better. The only downside is that obviously braking power is not really there. But
When it's wet,
I guess
it's bad.
I guess if you know what you're doing, right? Let's say you can predict that it's going to be a turn, you're going to see a car stopping, just brake a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But obviously on the disc, it's much more instantaneous. Press and then brakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Of course, I mean, you have to anticipate whatever is coming towards you, like corner or traffic. But what I read about it, which is quite true, it's no matter what brakes you're on, but the contact patch is so small. Yeah, that's another thing. If you were to slam or you jam, you're still gonna slide no matter what.
Yeah.
On a wet ground, especially wet ground. I mean, if you're on this or on, unless you're really, really good like Tom Peacock, then you control.
Yeah.
No problem.
But how is it braking on this avian wheel?
Yeah, okay, quite okay. Because I think they have an extra layer here on the outer part of the rim. The hypers that I'm on do not have this. This one brakes slightly faster, but then the downside of it is it heats up. I mean, slightly faster. Right. So basically, for rim brakes and carbon, you don't squeeze. You just have to keep tapping.
Yeah.
That's why I learned. I mean, from all the Sifu that I rode with. Don't go and jam. Don't go and squeeze. You have to tap.
Yeah.
That's
And just now when we were here filming, I met one of the guys. He said he owns a couple of Pinarellos. He has the Ting 2, then he had the Dogma F12 and also the F8. And he said this, which was very surprising. He said that the F8 was one of the best bikes he has ridden. What's your review on the F8, man? I mean, you only had the F8 and the wheelier, right?
Yeah. Then I've heard, I've met other Dogma riders out there. I mean, they also agree. They told me that the F8 has got one of the stiffest frame. It's the power transfer and it's very instant. It really want to go. Really want to go. But then I mean, I've tried, but my engine, it's not very strong.
Yeah.
Not a very good cycling. Not very fast. No, but I believe because when I've compared the wheelier and this, wheelier is lighter. This doggy is slightly heavier, and then it's very rigid. Both also wants to go, but the Dogma holds speed a lot better. They are both about the same weight. The F8, I think it's at 6.8 or 6.9. Then the Wheeler is on about 6.6 or 6.7. So about 200 grams different. But I think the geometry and the construction of the layout of the carbon fibers, I think are different. Yeah, but I will feel really this is a very, very stiff bike. So those who have the power to put into your every stroke, I think this is quite fast. I have not tried. I mean, there are other bikes out there like at the S-Works and all that. I have not tried those, so I cannot really comment on that.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to try every bike, but no money.
So do I, man. So let's see, what else do you have on the bike that we have not talked about? If you could run us through. So we talk about frame, wheel set.
Coming back to you, you always ask people about the OSPW. To me, nothing. It's just nice.
Did it come with the old bike or was it something that you bought?
It was on the wheeler.
Okay, so it wasn't by choice.
It wasn't by choice.
Okay.
It was on the wheeler, so I just bought everything over. Okay, and then look, pedals, I really love it compared to the Shimano's.
So you've tried Shimano's?
Yeah, I've got the MVs on the Shimano's, but I really love the look pedals.
What difference does it make?
I find that the clip-on is a lot easier. The spring tension is about the same. I adjust them about the same, and I find that the Shimano's is slightly wider. I don't really like. I mean, that's aesthetic. But then power-wise, I find that transfer of power and then down every stroke, that I find that the look is a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But clipping in and everything, it's easier?
Yeah, easier.
Okay. I can't comment because I've only owned Shimano's.
Okay. Yeah, now I got looks. I use it on look. Yeah, look. I quite like it.
Okay. Saddle.
Saddle now is trying out trying out a saddle because I went for a bike fit and then they say my ass is very small. So they advised me to go on 139. So I borrowed my friend's, this is a China saddle at 139. So yeah, I put it on, I tried that. I felt that my hips open up more. So my downstroke and my pull, it's a lot better. And I went for bike fit. They slammed my stem down by 5 mm. So I feel that I engage my core and my hamstring also. Yeah.
Have you gone on long rides yet on this new setup?
No, not really. The furthest, I think, 80.
And how do you feel after 80 kilometers on the new bike?
I didn't know my ass got muscle.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is up to individual, but because I don't have like a proper setup, like I don't know what I should be in, a position that I should be in for very either aggressive ride or grand photo, because I went for IDMatch. So I think most of the guys go there are for the GF, so it's like the non-aggressive position, but then they still tune my setup. So they were saying that I engage my front muscle a lot. I'm underutilizing my hamstring, so they open up with the setting and all that. Yeah, I felt after the ride, they advised me not to do more than 40 and keep it at zone 2. So I did that. So I just ran a few rounds. Yeah, I felt there's a bit of like, after you use the muscle, there's a bit of strain. I felt that. Previously, I don't, because I keep using the top. What is this called? I can't remember.
And you did the IDMatch. Which shop did you go to?
I went to Bike Settlement. Yeah, Kelvin. But there's another shop across them. It's called We Brew Bikes, where the machine is. Yeah, there. Yeah.
How was the experience with IDMatch?
Quite fun, actually. Actually, for me, that was my first bike fit. I mean, whatever the guys, the mechanics who did the setting for me, right? Yeah. They told me advised me on my riding position, and then they tried to adjust to my riding position and tried to get me into a more aggressive angle, which helps me to engage all my muscle, which I think it's good because you don't want to strain one individual muscle for a long time. So my core, my quads, everything. Yeah, then it becomes a bit more effortless. Yeah, because you're sort of like utilizing everything at your downstroke, your upstroke, and then the muscle engage differently. And climbs, I mean, Singapore don't have really much climb, but when I go and climb, I get into the position where I can engage my core also, and a proper riding position that I don't tire myself out as fast.
But I've heard of people who have gone for IDMatch. They say that it's very numbers based and there is no human inputs. Is that true?
It's very number based. So basically, you're on this machine, and the things start whizzing, zing, 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 zing.
So they input everything into the computer and then it goes.
they'll take your height, then your inseam, your pronation, your feet, and then your knee, and then they input everything into the computer, and then you go on a bike.
And you get to choose a setting, like do you want an aggressive setup?
Yeah, they would ask you like you want to be like the different kind of settings that you want. Of course, my age and my power is standard santai one.
Yeah.
So GF lah, follow is the easiest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is there, when you did it, was there actually a fitter there that will oversee everything and say that, okay, you know what, I'm going to override the whatever the IDMatch says?
Yeah, one of them did. Yeah, they were saying that, like my stamp was a bit too high.
Based on the calculations of IDMatch?
Based on the calculation. Then he said, I want you to go down by 5 mm. So he did for me. And then he asked me to ride and try. Yeah, which I find a lot better. Because previously I was riding quite upright. My elbows are quite locked. So after when he slammed, right, I'm in a more aero position, and my elbows are much closer to my body. Yeah. So I mean, if you are going to that position and if you just want to ride in a faster peloton, it's.
But what is the width of your handlebars?
Because
your stem is 90 mm, it's quite short.
Yeah, because the frame, this isn't the size, isn't the correct size for me. This is a 50.5. After I went for the IDMatch, I'm supposed to be riding a 46.5.
What's your height?
167, 168. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this bike is a bit too big for you?
A bit too big for me. So the width of the handlebar is probably, I think it's 400 or 380.
So you can go narrower.
Yeah, can go. Yeah, they're asking me to go 380, but I think this was a 400. So
okay. Okay. And what's the weight
of this bike? I think 6'7", 6'8".
Because when I posted the IG story for questions, right? And then I posted, wow, 6.8 kgs for a Dogma F. That's pretty impressive. But then again, of course, it's in rim brake, right?
Yeah, it's rim brake. Yeah, it's rim brake.
Not disc and everything.
Not disc.
And mechanical?
DI2.
This is DI2? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
F8 don't have this. I don't think F8 got this.
No. That's
F8,
way before this came out.
Yeah. F8 is only all rims. Yeah, they don't have this. Yeah.
What's the dream bike if you had a chance to buy another bike?
Okay, actually, frankly speaking, I'm someone that is very unique. No lah, okay. Actually, if I want, previously before the video, I wanted to buy two bikes, two brands. One is a Look, one is a Cube.
Oh, a Cube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why?
Look is because of my mountain bike days. Because that time, very long ago, it's like Louis Garnier, Look. Then there's a few the Cannondales and all that during that era. So I quite like Look and Cube. But Cube, I like the geometry of it, the lightning. Yeah, the lightning, that model.
Wow.
But then after I rode the dogs, I think I'll stick with the dog.
So what do you not like about this bike? And if somebody is watching this and they are looking at buying an F8, what should they look out for?
The only thing I don't like is all the newer series of the dogs, right? The stems are integrated. Then this is bolted on. It's quite. But of course, it's an old bike. Then
we'll get into the roast soon. A lot of people ask. Yeah.
This is an old bike. Of course, they don't have the nice moss.
Talon.
Talon. Talon is damn sexy.
So you are into the newer, integrated stuff.
Yeah,
it looks nice.
Clean, very clean, very clean. Yeah. It looks very, very nice. So far, any complaint? No, actually, I don't have any complaint. Like I say, because I've not been riding a lot of road bikes, so I cannot really complain. I'm actually very contented of what I have now. Yeah, just that it may not be a 10, a 12 or F, but I'm very, very contented of what I had with the amount of money that I spent on this bike. It's actually a very fair deal. It's quite cheap.
there are a few people who return onto my show, and when they first come onto my show, right, they were like, yeah, I'm very contented with my bike, I'm not going to change this and that. And then the next time they come, right, it's a totally different bike, and I ask them, bro, what happened to what you said last time on the show, right? So be careful what you say, all these are being recorded. The next 1 year time if I see you, right?
But like I say, in 2024, right, if I continue to ride regularly in this year, 23, 24, I will buy a new bike, a brand new bike. I will spend more. I will splurge on it.
So there's going to be the new latest Dura Ace, disc brake.
I don't think I'll go with Dura Ace. I will still stick with the Ultegras. Yeah.
Reason?
Dura Ace are like the performance parts. I don't think they are very durable.
You're only paying for the additional weight savings, I believe.
Yeah, weight savings, correct. And from my background, I'm dealing with fishing equipment. I mean, fishing equipment is also like any hobby. You have your cheap ones, and then you have your super expensive ones. But those are performing gears, but they don't last. They are light, nice. So I will still stick with the 12-speed Ultegra.
Yeah.
Then why no SRAM? Because I find that shifting, I cannot get used to it. My friends are on SRAM. That's like the left and right. Like,
but I think it's a matter of time, just getting used to it. You ride it a bit more, then you kind of get the hang of it, right? Yeah. And before I move on to the IG questions, just now, me and my wife, we were just laughing because you were buying something. It's like we thought it was an impromptu thing, and then you were like holding a saddle. I'm like, yeah, how much is this? Okay, I'm going to get it. So what's the story, man?
Like I say, I've been looking for, after the bike fit, I've been looking for a saddle that is about 139. And then I always wanted, I love Physic as a brand. I love Physic. I have their shoes, I have their saddle. I really love them. I always waiting for them to come out with the short nose adaptive 3D print.
Short nose.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna come out. I mean, if they do, I think it's the Argo. It's still too wide for my ass. So I think I bite the bullet.
So how you were just walking around? You were just okay. So here at Gary's place, Weekend Bike Fitter, he has an array of saddles. This is my unpaid plug to him. He has saddles. You want to come and try here? So you were just browsing at his rack, and then you saw a saddle that.
Correct. I think it fits me. But Gary is very nice. He offered to let me try first. Don't buy on impulse. And see
He's giving you thumbs up, by the way.
And see whether it fits my sitting position and fit my ass. Yeah, I think it's a very good service. I mean, you don't want me to like spend like if I were to buy the wrong saddle, then it's gonna cost.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of going through tons of saddles, and this was before the time of having short nose and all this crap, right? I would constantly have to change saddles just to find the right one. But I don't know if there's such a thing as the right saddle. It's just like maybe something that fits your ass and gives you that comfort.
To me, I mean, I think comfort it's more important in the sense that, I mean, if I'm not wrong, local riders, they probably do like 50, 60, 70, 80 km per ride, most of them. If you look at, I mean, from my friends in Strava, their distance are all like that. So I think comfort is very important. Yeah, especially for long rides.
Yeah, and I think it's good that if you can find someone who has like what Gary has, like an array of saddles, try it out. And
to let you try, I think it's a good thing to I mean, anyway you're gonna buy. Since you're buying a saddle, it's good that you someone that can advise you that the proper saddle for you and whether it matches you. Yeah, I think, and especially when you're able to try, because not many bike LBS allows you to try saddles. Yeah, actually,
it's all in the box. You want you go and buy first, then too bad.
Yeah,
you sell it secondhand.
Same, I'm like you. At home, I got a few saddles also. It's like,
it becomes furniture at your house. Your guests come, right? They got no place to sit. You go and build one saddle and others sit on it.
I think it's a good idea that I make saddle.
Okay, so now we move on to IG questions.
Sure.
It's some roast here. Yeah, so the first one that someone wants to point out is your chimney on your the step. There's a lot of spaces, but you say you've already dropped it down, right?
Because because after my bike feed, right, they told me not to cut it first. They asked me to try this position. Then tomorrow is my second review, my bike feed again, tomorrow. So they're going to ask me questions and I'm going to go in back the machine again. So once I finalize, right, then I will just cut. Yeah, but then the thing is, that thing is good. No? You hang tarik. best.
How big? How tall is it? Yeah, it's not
5
that-
only lah.
Yeah, not very
Five,
much.
yeah.
So
but it's
don't
gonna
chop.
drop again.
So you are comfortable with this, or you think you can go lower?
I think I can go lower.
You sure?
Yeah, I think I can go lower.
Cannot, no regret, go down, cannot go up already.
No, but I think I'm a hoarder. I don't sell my parts. I don't sell my bikes. Yeah, it's something I love. I'll keep.
A lot of people say that don't cut your steerer tube because of resale value.
Correct.
Like somebody who needs a higher stack cannot go up because you've already cut it. But
Yeah.
I don't care, man. Like to me, that bike's gonna be mine.
Yeah, I mean because you're gonna ride it, ma.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, like the purists, they'll say, "Oh, the chimney is too high. It looks very ugly." Which I agree. On photo, it looks a bit unsightly, but if you can cut, then just cut, and it looks very flush, very streamlined. Yeah.
And the next question, I know just now you said that you like the newer bikes because of the integrated cockpit. So this guy says your cockpit spoils the look. This cockpit. And what handlebars and stem are you running?
This is some China stem. I've got no idea what.
It came with the bike when you bought it?
Yeah, from the Relia. I port everything over.
Okay.
I port everything over.
Okay. Next one, maybe you can just quickly answer this one. What's the ride like? Heard it's very stiff.
I actually, I mean, yeah, it is stiff, but I still like the right quality. If I mean, get a good pair of beeps lah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm not a strong cyclist, but if you want the instant power, right? If you want to catch up with the peloton, you just want to push, right? This bike is really. I think there are other bikes also out there that can do as well as this. It's also depending on the rider, how much watts you can put out. But I would say the ride quality so far, it's good. I really like it. I really like it. Yeah.
When I went back to Malaysia, I did some hills back there. I used my friend's Ridley Helium SLX, which you watched the review.
Yeah.
So those who are not subscribed, pay $3. You can see.
You were
see the review.
I heard that.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Because over here, I'm so used to doing flats, and suddenly I
Yeah.
do climbs. I just don't have the energy. So when I was riding the Ridley Helium SLX, the first thing that I noticed was the acceleration because of the lightness of the bike.
Correct.
And everything, right? And I was commenting that, obviously that bike is a climbing bike. It climbs really well. If I were to bring my van, it's so heavy, it's impossible. But then again, that bike is not meant to climb. So I think, I spent almost 3 times as much as that bike cost, that Ridley, right? So at the end of the day, I guess it's not really how fancy the bike is. It's all down to the rider, and not necessarily an expensive bike will give you that satisfaction, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, ultimately, right, it's still the rider. It is still the rider. That is like the most important thing. And then, of course, with the amount spent, the technology that goes into your bike plays a part. But I think it plays a part, but it's very minute. It gives you a slight advantage over a heavier bike or something like that, which is not as aero. But ultimately, it's still the rider.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell people, so let's say, for example, just to put it into contrast, let's say going TMCR, you have the Venge, aero bike, aero wheels, deep wheels. You're putting out, and you're going against this guy who has a much, I would say, not as aero bike, maybe heavier bike, but you guys are keeping up to each other. The actual weaker cyclist is me, because I'm on the bike which has a bit of advantage compared to somebody who's on a cheaper bike and not as, so... I don't know, man. If you got the money, then spend, I guess.
Make yourself feel good factor.
Yeah.
It's like how much watts you can put out. If like for over a period of like probably 3 hours, right? If I can put out a lot more watt than you on a normal bicycle.
Yeah.
Might we know?
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's still the rider.
This one, when I was reading it, I had to register it for a bit because I didn't understand his question, but now I got it. It's a very punny question. Dogma F8. Why buy a brand that gives model names inspired from a keyboard? You want me to repeat the question?
Keyboard.
F8. F8, and then your keyboard got F8.
Correct.
So it's a joke lah. Why buy a brand that gives model names inspired from a keyboard?
That's why I think they stopped with the last one, the F.
It's still a key under the keyboard. That's just a joke.
That's funny.
Next question. Does weight matter in Singapore?
I think it does. If you are a cyclist that goes for speed, I think TMCR or WCH or if you are going for it, I think a heavier bike, right? If you are hitting like 40 and above, a slightly heavier bike gives you, I think, more stability. Yeah, especially with the current situation now, we are on WCHD MCI, the wind. I mean, okay lah. But I think a heavier bike, probably, I would think the ideal bike weight should be looking at about 7.5, 7.7. I mean, look at the tour riders. Their bike are all about 7+. I don't think they are going for weight. I think it's pure speed if you're riding in Singapore. But if let's say you are a climber who loves to climb, then I think lightweight, go for it. It's a lot easier to climb on a lighter bike. Yeah, a lot easier.
But I think you only make more sense in Singapore to go for aero.
Yeah,
it's all flats, right?
Yeah, all flats. Yeah, correct.
Okay, next one. You've answered part of it. Does the bike feel stiff, aero? But I would like to say, he said, does it feel modern in today, 2023, a 2017 bike like this?
Wow, I cannot really answer that. I've not ridden enough bikes, different bikes to answer that though. But but you look at the geometry of it, right? Of all the F, right? They look about the same.
I was just about to say the F8, right, and the F12F. There's not much changes. I mean, there are, but
they are very minute. Like the fork is different. I think the fork on the 12 is thicker. Yeah, and it's a bit more curvy. And then the down tube, right? The box is bigger. Yeah, that's all I think. So
I would say that the F8 kind of aged quite well. Right.
I think it's still quite sexy in terms of like it's like probably like a 7 or 8 year old bike. It still look sexy. Because of the curve. I mean, some people prefer curvy girls, some people don't. So it's up to me for sure. I really like the curve in the sense when I first met a Dogma, it's like, wow, this bike is very unique. Because of the curve. Then I read about it. Then I read about the material they use, which is one of the latest material. I mean the T1000 one is like 10 years old. I'm in the fishing trade, so I know a lot about carbon. So I'm very, excited over a bike company that uses this material.
Does the Pinarello always have a setback on their seat post? If not, why did you have a setback and pull the saddle all the way forward?
They always have. Most of them comes with a setback.
I've never seen a Pinarello seat post with zero setback.
Always, right?
There is?
There is.
Okay.
But I think that one you must buy separately.
Okay, yeah.
But I think is that a brand called Darimo?
Darimo.
You can buy that.
Not Domino's Pizza.
I think they're all set, but because like I say, this frame doesn't really suit me because it's a bit bigger. This is a 50.5, which I'm supposed to be riding a 46.5. So my saddle has to go a bit forward. So by 2024, then I'll get a proper 46.5.
When did you find out that the bike was not the right size?
Actually, when I bought it, I know that the size was a bit too big, but it was a bit too big. So, but I know that I can adjust my saddle and stuff like that. So it's okay.
Yeah, for me, every time I buy a bike, right, I always make sure it's zero setback, like the seat post. Like even if I have to buy another seat post, right, I will just say, get me another one.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier.
Yeah, and I like to be a bit more forward on my bike, so and I always go zero setback. It makes my life much more easier.
Yeah, correct.
That's all the questions I have actually. Because someone also said that the bike looks too big for you, saddle so far forward, plus seat post quite low. You acknowledge that the bike's a bit big for you. I would like to end the interview with one of the TikToks that I posted on TikTok that became a little bit viral, and there were a lot of comments, hate comments to cyclists. Let me read a few and let's see your reaction. Okay, so this one, if you're not following me on TikTok, please follow me. I've got 22,000 views on this one. Okay, so it's just me on one of my vlogs, okay, cycling. So I read to you some of the comments. Okay, what's your reaction? So this one a bit too vulgar, I won't say this, okay. Highway. Okay, so this was taken on West Coast Highway. Most of them were asking, can you cycle on the highway? Then they tag the Singapore Police Force. Then a lot of like, road pass. I hope one day a driver decides to play bowling with all of you. You're a road hazard. Road pass. Oh, it's you guys. Fingers blocking the road.
get off the F road, bloody road pass. That's how all drivers feel. Give some space, bro. What do you have to say to that, man? There's a lot of hate I feel in
Yeah.
a lot of clashing people between cyclists and road drivers.
Okay.
And maybe some of these guys are not even cyclists,
Yeah.
right?
And I mean, if you are talking about that, talk about anywhere, any roads in Singapore. Only expressway you are not allowed to cycle on.
Okay, pop quiz. Can you cycle on highway or not?
Can. WCH.
Okay,
We
so
can.
you can.
We can.
Cannot cycle on expressway, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So let's talk about all the roads that we are allowed to cycle on. I think that being a cyclist, you're always at a disadvantage. Most of the time when I'm on the road, I write in the group that I'm with. We are a bit more defensive, that we take slightly out from the pavement, but then safety is also very important in our group, right? I've seen videos of cyclists beating red light. I think that is a big no-no. We give everybody a very bad name.
Okay, beating red lights. Opinions about beating red lights if there are no cars?
No cars. But like I said, but nowadays with technology, cameras that comes out and then they post, look at this bunch of cyclists beating the red light. And there's always, in anything, drivers, they're always the black sheep.
You're a driver?
No, my wife is.
Okay.
I'm on the road all the time. You've seen drivers, they are black sheep also. They do things, they drive like an idiot on the road also. I think we have to live and let live. Like when I see cyclists on the road, I'll also tell my wife that the cyclists on the road, just be careful of them, because I'm a cyclist. So when I go on a Grab, then I'll tell the uncle, 小心啊. So the thing is, if we can share the road, I think it's a good thing. I think education plays a very important part. That cycling is going to be, you're going to see more cyclists on the road. It's no doubt about it. Yeah, definitely. You have people on PCN coming onto the road that they want to try and things like that. We have to share, and then education is important. But I think the comments on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, right? These are just like the woke kind of thing. It's like the herd mentality.
But when you say share the road, then they will say you are not paying road tax.
Yeah. If one day, if government wants us to pay road tax, then we pay road tax. Then if we pay road tax, then
don't give suggestions.
No. But the thing is, you see, Singaporeans are like that. So if, let's say, for example, there are tax imposed for cyclists, we pay. They also will find something else to say, man. How much you pay? I pay more. Then, you get what I mean? This is the Singaporean mentality. I might pay like $100 for bicycle on the road, but for a car, maybe I pay like $600-700. But then you say I pay more. It will never end. It will never end. It definitely will never end, because I pay more, so I think I should take a bigger piece of the road. You only pay 100, so you are allowed like that, while I'm allowed 2 meters.
Yeah.
Singaporeans are like that. So to me, I don't really care about all these comments. But to me, I really care about safety. That is very, very important. I write with the group that I'm with, like the 2230. Yeah. Why 2230? Because we start at 9.
Oh, okay.
We start at 10 o'clock, 10:30. All lazy. All late, all got work.
Oh, I thought it was meant to be 2023, but spelled wrongly.
2230. Okay. So we have a set of rules. We are the dynamics of the group. In every group there are always crazies. Crazies is like the hoodster, the siao one, they want to go. So they have that pack. But the slower groups, like the more santai group, but even the fast riders, we try to not educate, as in like there's a certain club rule that it's like, okay, try not to, we will never beat red light. Unless you are rolling and then suddenly the thing turn and bow, then that one bo pian, that one we will shout rolling and then we just shoot across. Because if you were to slam on your brakes, the peloton, maybe like 6-7 riders behind, I think you're going to smash everybody up. So, but if you are coming to a traffic that is red, but there's no traffic, we will still stop. We will still stop. Yeah. then safety is also very important. If it's a single lane, then we will shout single file, then everybody will go into a single lane. We try not to give other traffic users on the road excuse to blame us. So I already gave, I mean, there's a single carriage, but I already gave you space. We try to have a single file. Then it's a dual carriage, then after we form back the two pace line. Yeah, then safety is very important. I mean, when I ride, I want to ride together and everybody going together safely.
Yeah.
We're all friends. Yeah. So
Defensive cycling.
Yeah, a bit more defensive in a sense. So cycle in the group if you can, because you're more visible. Yeah, that is what I always try.
Okay.
Yeah, in a big group.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
You will probably be watching this, so you might be. You were on the couch watching all my videos. Now you are on this couch in front of the camera. So any closing remarks to people like you who are watching?
It's okay. I mean, if you have regulars watching, so probably they know what's in store. But if for people who are just started cycling, I think this is a very good channel. Really.
I hope you've learned a thing or two from people who came onto the show.
Yeah, I did. The important one is they will teach you how to spend money. When you see all the beautiful bikes, then you see the S-Works, the Specialized, the Dogs, the Bianchi and all that. So from there, then you see what are the selections people have. So then you base your judgment on that. Yeah. I think, yeah.
I hope people learn a thing or two from Davey and his F8.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a very fast cyclist. I'm a Santai cyclist. I really Santai. Santai is like my favorite kind of cycling. Doing like 30, 32, 34. Yeah, I think.
As long as it's a workout and you
it's
enjoy
a workout.
cycling.
Yeah. Correct.
Ride safe on the road, and
Thank you.
I'll see you some other time. And thank you once again for coming onto the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Round of applause for Davey.
Thank you. If you see us on the road 2230, just give us a shout out.
2230.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Got drunk off your love, and I lost myself again. You hit just like a drug. This time I won't let you in. You're playing